I just had to make this video because I don't know, but this video is for all my mothers out there, whether that be new moms or if you've been a mom for 15 years, okay? I took off 4 consecutive days in a row, right? And I promised to myself, I want to say since like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I was like, I need a couple days. Like, I just need a couple days to myself. A little backstory real quick. I've had 2 babies somewhat back to back. So I have a 3-year-old. She will be 3 in next week on the 5th of September, right? Excuse my camera, it's cracked. And then I have a 10-month-old. So I have 2 babies under the age of 3. And my most recent labor and delivery, for those of you who are on my channel or follow my YouTube and subscribe to my channel, you know I almost lost my life during that labor and delivery. So a lot has came to the surface as far as, like, I was already on my healing journey as far as clearing out trauma, ancestral trauma, and just trauma in general, okay? And after having my son, it kind of like busted things wide open. You know, things in my relationship started coming to light, things that already came to light previously, but like it was like after having him, it really like came to a head where like I physically felt like my energy and just everything was being somewhat like sucked from me. Like I just couldn't take it anymore. And I promised myself I'm going to take 2 days, at least 2 days to myself. No responsibilities, no role, no having to take care of anybody but myself, because I have been extremely neglected. I've been neglectful of myself since having him. And so I told myself these 4 days that I take off, 2 of them, at least 2 of them, if not 2, at least 1 day, I'm going to take for just myself. So I found myself waking up. I took off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 777 on my mileage. I wound up taking Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. Saturday came, I was like, okay, I'm just going to use this day to clean the house, do things that I haven't been doing, haven't been able to do or get to. Sunday came, no. And then Monday came, and I was like, I'll just go tomorrow. Like, tomorrow will be my day. And today came, today's Tuesday, and I did not go. Part of me could, a huge part of me could not deal with the fact of me leaving the house, knowing I was leaving the house, and my babies were going to be home, and I was leaving the house for any other reason but work. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense, but like, my reason, in my brain, it was like I stopped myself and I felt bad because in my mind, again, the mind plays tricks on you, right? In my mind, what do I look like going out and doing something that isn't a responsibility or isn't work related? Like, I could not bring myself to go. And we wound up napping instead. Like, once the babies went down, the whole house was taking a nap. And then it's like, as soon as I wake up, I feel that anxiety and that stress start to surface again. And I needed to make a video because I'm like, as soon as I start feeling that stress, I'm like, I should have taken time for myself. Because if I'm not at my best, and the thing is, I am an advocate for self-love after my daughter, and self-care, and how important it is for your overall mental, emotional, physical, spiritual well-being. It is so important. And I found that after having my daughter, and it's like I'm having to relearn it all over again with my son. I had 4 days work-free, and I would rather put that into my kids, because I've always looked at my kids as they're a part of me. I literally created them, and they keep me above water. They keep me going. They keep me on my toes. They keep me they keep me out of a depressive state, because prior to my daughter, I was in such a time of struggle. I know it was the dark night of the soul for sure. And even prior to that, like, me and struggle are kind of close, you know. No, actually not kind of, very close. So I know struggle very well. I know trials and tribulations very well. I'm very familiar with that. And I had to make a video, because I'm like, I know there's other mothers out there that suffer from this. And it's a thing called mom guilt, right? And I just got out the house, and I'm going to the store real quick, just 7-Eleven up the street. And I'm just like, damn, like, that's crazy that I didn't even take no time for myself, you know. I mean, the sleep and the nap was really good. It was a very good nap. But I'm just like, mom guilt. Good moms have mom guilt. Moms, I'm not going to say bad moms, because I'm not on here to shame anybody. Everybody's story and journey is different, and we don't know what each other goes through on a personal level behind closed doors. But I feel like moms who are very involved, who, even though we may work full time, but we're still all about our children. Like, I have no social life. I don't go anywhere. It's work, home, work, home, work, home, work, home, work, home. And it's like, I have to find the balance. And I found that balance before. I found self-care, self-love. But I feel like I'm putting myself back together piece by piece, moment by moment, you know? And I'm kind of disappointed in myself, because I was having a talk with my coworker, like, look, I have these 2 days where I'm off, or 4 days where I'm off, and I need time for me. And I remember hearing her say, and I'm getting teary-eyed, but I remember her saying, like, good, you do it, and don't let anything get in the way. And it's almost like, but I got in my way. Not my kids, not my partner. I got in my way. I kept saying, oh, I'm gonna go. And then I found myself doing something, or finding something around the house, or some type of task, or something that the baby needed, something in the house that kept me going, delayed. It's like I have to be forced. It's like, I don't know. I'm like, what does this mean? Does this mean that I'm not I'm a good mom? Yes, I'm an amazing mother, I know that. But is it healthy? Is it healthy to be all work and all kids and all parent and all work and no play? And because I know, when I work through my chakras, one of the things that is very important is that doing for everyone and doing all the time is a recipe for not only disaster, but burnout. You know, it's a recipe for feeling burnt out, feeling like you're not able to operate at your fullest, right? I had to get on here and make a video, because I know that us as moms, we struggle with this, and I'm still struggling. Like, I was doing so good after my daughter, and I feel like this last pregnancy and delivery and labor and what I experienced, it kind of put me over the rails. Like, it put me over the rails. Like I've literally been forced to sit down this year. Like, I created my YouTube last year, or the year before. Yeah, last year. And it did so well, and I was reaching people. I was reaching my soul family, and it felt so good. And then literally, like, after having my son, it was like, sit down. Like, I went back to work, like, looking half dead. Like, I should not have been at work as soon as I was. But it's like I've been forced to just be stagnant, and to relax, and to rest and heal as much as possible. And me, I'm the type of person, like, now, since being a parent, even before that, I was always very, like, wanting to keep my frequency and energy up. I always wanted to be doing something, pursuing something, like making use of my time, being productive. So it's like very foreign to me to be sitting still. Like, I know that I'm being stagnant or being forced to sit still when I start binge watching TV shows. Like, there's physical things that show up in my reality that are a signal that, like, it's time to rest. It's time to just chill. But then I also know that one of my biggest challenges and lessons and things that I need to learn in this lifetime is self-control and having a balance, like not overindulging or not not going to the extreme of things, like having a balance and having things aligned. And that's hard. That's something that I also struggle with, because I know where that energy flows where your focus goes, and I don't want to get behind. It's like finding balance is challenging. I'm not going to say so hard, it's so difficult. It's challenging, and it's meant to be challenging, but it's just like, damn, like, when am I really going to? And I know in divine timing, and maybe today it just wasn't meant to be, right? That's how I look at it. Like, okay, I was meant to sleep for when it was time for nap time. I was meant to sleep today. But it's just like, it's like another thing. That's what I was about to say. I'm holding myself back. We hold ourselves back. We are our own worst enemies. We are our own worst critics. We self-sabotage so much to the point where we don't even realize that that is what we are doing. Like, we can blame the world. We can say, oh, you know, I have to be there for my kids. They need me. They would have been fine. They would have been fine. They had their father. They had their daddy. They would have been fine. But I also know, with being a full-time mom, or working full-time, any time that I get with my babies, it's like I want to maximize it, and I want to be able to have an impact and influence on them, you know, like, and not just that, but just bond and connect and love them, and just caress them, and just be with them, just be, you know. And that's another thing that gets in my way when it comes to, that's why one of my goals, like, one of my main goals is to, I'm not even going to put it out there, because Spirit said don't even put it out there, but I want to eventually not have to work, you know? Like, the society, the way it's constructed is, I'm not going to say set up for us to fail, but in a way it's not really set up for us to win, right? I think it's all about our perception and breaking through the constraints of society, you know? Because we could stick on the fact that, oh, it's built on us to fail, but we have to be able to penetrate that matrix, right? I had to get on here because I needed to let it out, and I just had a moment to breathe for a second. So I was like, let me go out. And then I also was feeling like I am such a night person, because something was like, oh, just go out later on. Like, I'm big on night energy. Like, I don't know what it is about the nighttime, but it's like I come out at night, it's like my energy is ignited. Maybe it's the moon, because I am very in touch with the moon. I don't know, but I'm also being like, there's two guys to my left, and I kind of want to just stay in the car for a second, because I don't feel like being hit on or approached. But yeah, today was like, it was definitely, I felt like it was a test. Like, are you gonna go? Are you gonna go to do what you said you were gonna do? And that's about also me being able to follow through with what I say I'm gonna do for me. If I'm always following through with everyone else and what I say I'm gonna do for everyone else, it's important that we follow through for ourselves and not just other people, because again, that is programming. That is stuff from childhood that needs to be purged and rewired and released. Like, and that's like one of my things on CoStar. If you don't have CoStar, the app CoStar, you need to go get it. It's absolutely amazing. But it says, like, one of my lessons this month is to break through the constraints and ways that I learned from childhood, like habits that I picked up from childhood. And that's one of them, people pleasing, or being there for everyone else that I forgot that I even existed in the first place, you know? But yeah, please comment if this video resonated with you. If you're also a mom, a parent who deals with the same things, I would love for us to, like, communicate and just come together and feel supported, because it can be tough. It can be very tough, and I'm still learning. We all are learning all the time, and now I'm like regretful. I don't want to ever live with regret. So you have to don't allow your mind, your thoughts, and mom guilt to get in the way. And I need to take my own advice. But I'm being a light and a reminder for someone else with this video, that you have got to take time for you. You have got to commit to yourself. You have to have empathy for yourself. You have to think of self, okay? And that doesn't mean that you're a bad mom. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. You're gonna be better for it because you did that, okay? I love each and every one of you. Please subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in any type of private session with me, please click the link in the description box below. I will be uploading more lives and more videos. Yeah, I love you guys. Bye.